I need y'all to lose your mind right now. Get real loud right now. Put those hands together for Max Carney!
I don't know. So I grew up in the middle of nowhere, border of Ohio and West Virginia, right? I moved to New York, and my friends were so scared for me. They're like, Max, aren't you afraid? If you go to New York, you might get robbed. Max, if you move to New York City, you might get mugged. It's like, dude, look at me. I am 6'4", 343 pounds. You might get mugged. I'm not even acting tough, but you wouldn't want to hit me with your car. So, right? Like, dude, car beats person every time. I get that math. But do you want to put your shit in the shop for 3 weeks? You want to hit the brakes? Dude, I got to be honest. I don't know the last time I went like this. Like a pussy? No, okay? If I cross the street, I'm going with God. Because at this point, even the most aggressive drivers in the entire world, the New York City yellow cab driver, will be like, okay, my friend, you can go. If I see a cyclist coming, dude, I'll cross the street to get in his way. It's like, come on, man, I want a free bike. Let's do this. What's up? Oh, dude, like, people were scared for me, really, when I moved here, and it didn't make any sense to me, because I've always been huge. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't imagine. I've split up 2 fights in my life by standing up. Why are you worried about me? You know what I mean? Like, I weighed 160 pounds in the 4th grade, okay? I wasn't like a little butterball. I just was a full-grown man when I was 9, okay? Which is cool, which means I gotta have experiences nobody gets to have. Like, I used to bully my babysitter. That's not bad. To be like, what, you think I should go outside? Well, I'm gonna keep watching Barney, so. No, I love him and he loves me, so. Oh, fine, I'm putting your taxes on a shelf you can't reach. I'll say that, being big your whole life, I've been helping people move since I was like 12, because people don't care. At Home Depot, they don't card you. They're like, can you get the couch in the truck or not? Like, I've had multiple full-grown men be like, stop crying, you can get out of the van after you move it. Like, I don't know. I really haven't known people move my whole life. I get catcalled for that shit now still. People will be like, hey, big man, I got a fridge to move. You want to help? Oh, dude, I got rid of my truck. That was the first thing I ever drove was an old pickup truck, and I had to stop because when you look like this and drive a truck, you stop getting to say no anymore, right? And like the thing is, I'm actually down to help some people move, but I kind of stopped because of my single guy friends, because single guys do not know how to move. Like, I showed up at a buddy's apartment, and we get there. He's got a studio, which just means it's a prison cell, right? And he had 3 boxes labeled fragile. Dude, you have 1 towel. Where is all this fine china I've not been eating off of? We ate pizza from one place off of a different pizza place's box last week. Is this china? Is this your bong or your grandma's ashes? What are these boxes? Because I'm not getting haunted again, dude. I'm not doing that. And like I had a buddy, this is what it really was. The thing that got me to stop helping people move was we spent 30 minutes trying to get a desk out of his studio apartment. And at 30 minutes of that like angry Tetris, he goes, you know what, man, we don't need it. It's okay. When did that information come to light? Is that a new development in the case or what? He's like, you know, man, it's an IKEA desk, so I don't care. I said, it's an IKEA desk? Do you know IKEA is the place with decent meatballs and terrible furniture? I spent 30 minutes on an IKEA desk, dude. That's single-use furniture. Dude, IKEA, that's the next guy's desk or firewood. I was fucking furious. I will say, if you're in a relationship, I'm happy to help you move. I'll drive up to 2 hours to help relationships, couples move, because I like watching people break up for 8 hours. I love it, dude. Seeing like if the relationship's gonna make it with the stuff, you know? I'm pretty good at telling it now. I can tell within the first like 10 minutes how a relationship is when I'm helping people move. The quickest I knew was, it was less than 30 seconds. I walked into my buddy's apartment. He was moving with his wife from deep in Brooklyn up to Inwood. And I walk in, and the first thing I hear is his wife go, "Oh, it's nice to have a big, strong man here to help us." I was like, dude, am I gonna fuck your wife? Is that? I didn't know that was an option for today. I wouldn't have had so much coffee this morning. I do get why people were worried for me when I moved here, because like I said, I grew up in the middle of nowhere, right? Like where I grew up, it's called Stewart, Ohio. It was not a city, a village, a town. It was legally a census-designated area, which just means the government sent a guy to be like, we'll call it a place if you want. I don't know why you're living here, but it's a place. This is an area. Like, I remember we got the first escalator in my county. That was a family trip to ride the escalator. Dude, that was the best day of 8th grade. Not even... Like, I saw titties for the first time in 8th grade, and I was like, put those things away. I'm going to the magic stairs. People ask me here, they're like, does that make you a redneck? Like, are you're a redneck, right, being from that area? I'm like, yeah, to you guys, sure. Back home, I don't like to fish, I don't like to hunt, so I'm gay. Like, no. I'm sorry that worms are gross and boring to sit out there, so apparently I like dudes, okay? So I get it, why people were concerned when I moved here, you know what I mean? And then it was like my first week in the city. I'm late night in a train, leaving a show, going home, and we get stopped. And it's me and another guy on the train. And I'm sitting down, he's standing up, which to me is a huge red flag. There's fucking seats, dude, sit down, like it's fine. But I look at him and he's got what I can only describe as too many tattoos. Right? Like, live your life, but on a certain kind of white guy and a certain shitty tattoo, you're like, I can feel the swastika somewhere. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could just feel it. And this guy's standing there, like, just holding the railing all aggressive. And I'm like, oh, God, they were right. The big city is going to kill me. And it's going to be a sacrifice to Satan. This is going to take hours. And then he's just, like, holding on. And I see that he has got a tattoo that starts on his elbow and goes to his hand of a demon snarling. And I'm like, fuck, it's gonna hurt. It's not gonna be quick at all. And then I see he's holding onto that railing with a wet nap, a little disinfectant wipe, so he doesn't get any germies on his little fingies. Dude, I went from scared to pissed off like that. It's like, dude, if you can't raw dog the subway, you can't have those tattoos. Yeah, if you gotta have a little wet nap for that, you gotta have a tattoo on the top of your foot or tramp stamp. Those are your options. I definitely think I'm used to New York now. I'm not... Here's the thing. It's like how I deal with homeless people has changed. That's when I knew I was used to it. Because when I first got here, it was like... Everything worried me. Do you know what I mean? I always wanted to go to the next car. I wanted to give people money or whatever it was. Now, I treat those dudes like they're on Shark Tank. You're looking for an investor, I got capital. Let's talk. Right? Just like, I'll listen. That's the difference. I'll listen to the pitch now very intently. Just. Finished? Okay. Well, first, your dick was out. Second, in the future, step back a little bit, because you spit a lot when you talk. Third, and it really shouldn't matter to me, but your dick was soft the whole time. And that makes me feel ugly, so for those reasons, I'm out. Oh, dude, I love that show, Shark Tank, and I think once a season, they should have an episode of only homeless people pitching ideas. I think that would be the best, dude. Make Mark Cuban smell a guy that he put on the streets, you know? I'm 29, and I look like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I look racist. It's okay, we can acknowledge it. It doesn't matter what I do, man. I can do every length of hair. I can do up, down, facial hair, none, different outfits. I look like just a different guy who went to the Capitol on January 6th. It's okay. I know what it is. They also, to be fair, I look like I would have had a lot of fun there. I don't wish I'd gone, but I don't not wish I'd gone, you know? I wouldn't have gone in, that's for sure, because that seems dangerous. But just getting fucked up in a field? All right. Seems up my alley. I don't know. I look like this. I'm aware of like how I walk through the world. I have to hold myself a certain way. And then my girlfriend is a very beautiful, very woke 24-year-old black girl. It means I don't get to win arguments in public anymore. We disagree. I get real quiet. Us yelling at each other just looks like a hate crime in progress. Turns into a lot of yes ma'am, no ma'am, can I eat your pussy ma'am? Like, and she now also goes, oh. Dude, it's all right. She's in on it. She likes messing with me. Our first 2 months dating, right? We were leaving a very nice restaurant after a date, and she looks up at me and she goes, so, am I the first black girl you've ever hooked up with? I'm like, there's no right answer to that question, okay? I can't be like, yep, you're the first. Been racist these last 27 years. Heard diversity was our strength, thought I'd give peace a chance. Like, can't say that, right? I also can't go the opposite direction and be like, no, baby, you know I only hook up with black girls. Back home, they call me Thomas Jefferson. I'm saying I can't say that, guys. I'm saying I can't say that. I'm like, can we just go home, please? She's like, no, white boy, answer the question. Like, I'm an ally. I listen to Kendrick Lamar. Please don't tweet me. We were talking about hall passes, me and my girlfriend recently. That's a sigh. That one goes, That's a bad conversation someone else had. Okay, ours went okay. Here's the thing. Her hall pass is Michael B. Jordan. Honestly, he made the final list for mine too, so I get it. It's a good pick. Do you know what I mean? That's a great fucking pick right there. And it's not because they're black, okay? It is, but not, no. No, dude. She's like, that's her hall pass. Like, that's fine. Can mine be Michaela from college? I don't see anywhere it says it has to be a famous person. She said if I wrote a joke about her, she'd fuck me. So can that be... Is that what's happening right now? Look, yours is a great hall pass, honey. It's great. Yours is like getting an all-expense-paid trip to the French Riviera. You got a shot at that. If you ever get in that's what that will be like. Fucking Michael B. Jordan is the best day of your life. I believe that. But what are the odds? My ticket is a bus to Columbus. And I'm for sure gonna ride it, okay? She's great. I mean, she plays along, right? She says when I go down on her, it's reparations. So, what have you done recently, white people? Huh? Her mom's here. Sorry, Miss Nikki, I got more. First night she stayed at my place in the morning, we're talking, getting to know each other better. You know, I mean, being cute, doing a little like compassionate touch, give her an arm rub, go to give her a little head scratch. Girls love a head scratch. And she looks at me and goes, touching a black lady's hair right now? It's like, you made me pull it last night, so you can't have it both ways. Dude, when we got more serious, she was like, she got down with me and got like very serious, where she goes, you know, if we like make it, you know, if we end up having a life together and you have kids, you could have a black son. It'll be a new experience for you. Like, you'll have a son who can say the N-word and you can't. You know you can't, right? Like, dude, I am not playing the long con right now. I'm not trying to get the N-word passed the hard way, okay? Like, I'll kill a guy, join a gang in prison. I don't know, I'm not. She's an astrology girly. We got any astrology girlies in the room? Yeah, dude, no, I appreciate you, Jeff. That's good. That's my buddy Jeff. He's an astrology girl, and I love it. He's given me readings before. Statistically, there's more Jeffs in this room, okay? There are more than... But there are also lots of big straight men on stage and too many straight men here for women to own up to it. It's straight dudes' favorite thing to do is shit on astrology. Like, ugh, these women think that the stars are magic. Idiots, these dumb ladies. And they get mad when their Bitcoin's in retrograde. Dude, you just believe in shittier magic. That's crazy, dude. And I've never heard someone say the word passive income I didn't want to drown in a lake. All my girlfriend wants to do with astrology is, I'm a Pisces. Which means she wants to drink a little bit too much wine, dance a little slutty, blame it on the moon. I got no problem with any of that, okay? That's awesome. I'm here for it. Manifest me something nice, okay? I'm gonna be watching the basketball game. You get on it. Like, I also kind of respect it because there's some hustle. You gotta like study. I didn't know you had 3 signs. You got 3. I got 2 parents. Like, that's crazy. They gotta like know stuff. And I grew up Episcopalian, which is just like Jesus for people who don't believe in God. Okay, that's what it is. It's just that. And like, I grew up praying. I pray before I come on stage, but it sometimes starts to feel like I'm going, "Hey, Daddy. Hey, Daddy, will you fix all my problems? Also, I'm a good guy. Help Africa." Like, no, dude, these astrology girlies are like, "I'm gonna fix the problem. I'll get the magic stones. I'll learn the spell words. I might fuck around and kill a goat." And I respect the hustle, okay? I can admit I'm a little biased because I've never met a witchy bitch that didn't suck a mean dick. So, my girl's got me taking better care of myself. Got my first pedicure. Any straight men willing to admit they've had pedicures? Yeah. Okay, great, perfect. 2 claps. The rest of you mongrels, get on it, okay? It's the best. First of all, I'm in love. It means I'm trying to keep my toes as suck-onable as possible. Don't you dare get weird on me about that. Dude, if you don't suck on your partner's toes, I actually don't believe you're in love. So, you have something to talk about after this show if you got weird about that. You get bored, you try shit. Turn off the phone, get back together, okay? Reconnect. You go in, it's like an hour of your day, it feels great. The weird thing's up top, you come in and they assign you an ancient Asian woman. Don't know why, but they do, and she takes you to the back. They put you in a big, nice massage chair. They put your feet in a little jacuzzi with like some oils, maybe some salt. It's warm, it's nice. Once your feet are nice and like relaxed, they'll take it out, dry it off, rub your foot, right? Give you a little champagne if you've been naughty. And then cut your toenails, they'll paint them, and you're on your day. It's great. Great use of an hour, right? Problem is, I didn't realize that my feet were incredibly ticklish until it was way too late. It's not something I deal with in my day-to-day life. So I am just cackling like a baby the first time he's seen a puppy. Like, no, stop! No, stop! Like, can't help it. I am ruining all the other women's days, right? Like, they hate me. Until the woman who is, like, rubbing my foot dries it off, puts it down, looks up at me very seriously. She goes, "Men can take it to pain, but they cannot take it to ticker." It's like, did you just solve all of our gender problems, Manly? That's crazy. That is the difference between men and women, okay? If you go home with your lovely wife and you tickle her, and she goes, "Babe, stop. No, seriously, stop. It's not funny." And you smile, and you tickle her some more. She will start to laugh again, and it'll be a fun time. If you go home and tickle your lovely husband, and he goes, "Babe, stop. It's not funny. Stop." You got 3 seconds. Before he does something he regrets. Best case scenario, shits his pants. That's best case. That's how I explain gender now to my family and friends back home. What's between someone's legs? Who cares? Can they take the ticker or not? Like, if you see someone and you don't know it, don't ask them. It's not your business, but if you have to, you might make a new friend. I'm happy to not be like dating anymore. I don't know, I wasn't good at being single. All right, that's a hurtful little laugh. We know. I don't know, I had weird experiences. Like, I went home with a girl. It was our first time hanging out, hooking up, and we get home, we're making out, which I thought was very nice of her to let me home and kiss her. And then she took her shirt off, which I thought was also extraordinarily nice. And then she looked at me and said, I have a dog collar. Do you want me to put it on? Yeah, dude, of course I do. Of course I do. But don't make it my fault. You're the one who has a dog collar, dude. It's engraved with your name. Go put that bad boy on. Let's go for a walk. Then, we hook up, we talk. We're afterwards kind of getting to know each other better. And I told her, I'm a big drinker from growing up. And, I told her this story about, where I went to college, about 30 minutes from where I was at home. And my freshman year, I got this text. So you know how every college campus is set up where it's here's where all the classes are, here's where all the bars are, here's where everybody lives. You know what I mean? So they can kind of rat trap you on the way home, right? Well, my freshman year, we get a text. It's 11 in the morning, and it says, the one gas station on campus has been robbed by a man in a blue hoodie with a gun. Everyone go home, be safe. If you hear anything, call the police department. Otherwise, we'll let you know, right? And so everybody went home, dropped off their backpacks, came back out, wearing a blue hoodie, and we got drunk. It was half-price drinks if you had a blue hoodie on, and we called it Fugitive Fest. It was in the paper. You can look it up. At 1 in the morning, I was like, did they catch him? Bartender was like, could be you, could be him. I was like, half-price drinks? All right, I'll stay. And this girl did not laugh like you guys did. She was horrified, oh, you might have a drinking problem. Did you still drink after that? I was like, oh my God, I thought you were cool. She's like, no, that's not funny. That's fucked up. You should go to therapy. I was like, dude, you're 24. You're not done cooking yet. Don't talk to me about therapy. I hate that. I hate weaponized people who've gone to therapy enough to be like, I've done the work. I think you should do the work. Right? It's too much. It's way too much. And this girl was doing that to me. And I was like, look, honestly, you're probably right. If I look deep down, I will find something to work on to make my life better. It's there for a reason. If you use it, you can become a better person and be happier. You don't need to look deep down. You're fucking wearing a dog collar. Why don't you go hit therapy up again and come back to me when that's no longer around? It has your name engraved on it, dude. You made a day of this. Do you know who invented therapy? The lay down kind? Sigmund Freud. This guy famously invented, you lay down, you talk. The other thing Sigmund Freud invented was he goes, I think that everybody kind of wants to kill their mother, or kill their father and fuck their mother. German guy. He said every boy wants to kill his father and fuck his mom, and every girl wants to kill her mother and fuck her dad. That's the guy who invented lay down talk therapy. And then therapists were like, yeah, he's got some good ideas. Let's listen to him. I just don't trust it, is what I'm saying. The people that built their lives on that, I don't trust it. The thing, I make fun of him, but do you think it's possible Sigmund Freud's mom was just really hot? Might not be his fault, really. Because everyone in here, every guy in here at least knows they had a friend growing up with a hot-ass mom. And that dude is not normal now. His deck was stacked against him from birth when you got a hot mom. It's crazy. We had one when I was a kid, and he definitely didn't not hear about it. All the time. Dude. It was a lot. He came to me one day, and he goes, what's up, man? You think my mom's hot? I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here, John? I'm sure you guys talk a lot. It's kind of fucked up. But, see a picture of her naked? Is that what I hear? Why am I talking to you about this? We normally do this when you're not around, actually, is when we have this conversation. He goes, well, if you come to my birthday party, I can get one for you. Is this your friend-making strategy? Deal. This is a good transaction for me, but you should go to therapy. I get new experiences in New York. I'm learning Spanish now. I get to use it. I live in Spanish Harlem. I'm learning from a buddy of mine he's from San Francisco, but he's a Mexican guy. He was kind of involved in some bad stuff when he was younger, decided to move across country to kind of remake his life. He's living good now. And he's been the one teaching me Spanish. The only problem with that is he's trying to teach me to speak Spanish how he speaks Spanish, which is just Mexican blackface. Don't get weird. You know what I'm saying. If you heard someone be like, howdy, y'all, I'm from Hamburg, Germany, like, what the fuck accent? What was that? Arrest this man. He's making fun of my culture. And this guy is like trying to teach me. He said, man, I don't want you to teach you no book Spanish. I want you to learn real Spanish, not no book Spanish. I'm like, look at my face. This is book Spanish face right here. Booko Faso Spanisho. What the Yeah, dude, this is what I need. Not that accent. You know, I don't... It's fun. It is fun. Our third day of like hanging out learning Spanish, he looks at me and he goes, hey, man, you don't know how to call somebody a homo? I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, of course I do. But day 3? No. That's crazy if that's day 3 material for you, dude. Why don't you give me something I can use, like extra steak or to go? Like something my big ass can use in public, you know? I speak okay now. I'm not like great, but I'm pretty receptively fluent and I'm getting better at speaking. So it's to the point now where I will like go out and have a new experience. I'll come back and be like, hey, Jesus, how would I have said this? Or what were they saying when they meant that, right? And so I went out to get dinner, came back. I didn't know what the word for food was. So I asked him, I was like, what's the word? It's for the food that's bread, meat, cheese, bread, right? ¿Cuál es la palabra para la comida que es pan, y carne, y queso, y pan? And he looks at me and he goes, Max, do you not know the word for sandwich? I was like, dude, do you remember how I asked you in a different fucking language? He's like, oh, it's el sandwich. I was like, dude, no, it's not. No, you messed up. Don't blame me, dumb. He's like, nah, dude, there's other words like torta or types, but everyone just says el sandwich. You should know that. I'm like, I should know that? That's a guess you want me to take. That feels extra racist to start guessing that I just need to Spanish up English words. Nobody is more impressed with me learning Spanish than my Latin friends' grandmothers. It's the best. It's like this much effort, and they're all of a sudden getting wet for the first time in 25 years. It's crazy. Dude, it is. I've had one of my friend's grandmas ask for my number. I was like, sí. You could call me abuelo. You know that it's just like cool. Like all the Latin American countries like hate each other and are aggressively racist in every direction. Do you know that? They all hate each other. I used a Mexican slang word and my Bolivian friend almost puked. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a lot. I want that for whites. Can we pick one? Can I hate Germans? Is that possible? Just kraut-eating fucks? Like, is that? Not even for the first thing you think about with them, because that's a pretty bad one. But second thing you think of with Germans? Punctual, precise, on time. Fucking obnoxious is what that means. I like, I'll say this, I like when people like where they're from. I do. I like where I'm from. I'm very proud of it. I hope you like where you're from. It's part of who you are. New Yorkers need to shut the fuck up about it, though. They all get mad like, oh, dude, there's a McDonald's on the block. It's worse. There's Chipotle. This is ruining our community. I'm like, why is it the most gabagool motherfuckers that are always in my Domino's then, okay? It's cheaper, it's better, okay? And like, there's a certain point where once you're so New York, you can't leave anymore. It's crazy. I met a woman I used to work with. She was leaving New York for the first time. She'd only ever been in New York and the Dominican Republic, which is more New York somehow. But she was leaving to go somewhere else in the U.S. for the first time ever. She's getting ready to go to Houston. She's 26. And she goes, what are they? Weird one woo for Houston? Okay. She was like scared to go to Houston. She's like, what are they? What is there to do there? What can I do in Houston? I was like, dude, it's the 8th biggest city in this country. Exact same. Everything you do here, you do there. The only difference is all of their Dominicans are Mexican. It's the only difference. That's it. Their Broadway sucks a little bit more than us, but their Tex-Mex is good. And she was like, okay, but what do they use for money? Never mind, you can't go, actually. You are a New Yorker for life now, okay? So here's the thing. I've been in New York long enough to have been told by 3 separate people that I need to start meditating. Yeah, no. It's never somebody interesting who tells you that. Never. It's never someone who's like, oh yeah, you're captivating. I love the way you speak. It's always someone like, yeah, you just feel like you aren't really paying attention and like you aren't present. And it's like, you nailed it. I am not, okay? And no, the problem is not my attention span. It's your ability to string together sentences. That's the issue we're having. Also, all meditating is sitting in a room, bored. I'm sorry, man. I didn't grow up that poor, okay? Dude, we won 2 world wars and won't shut up about it. I'm gonna drink a Bud Light, all right? I'm not sitting in a room and staring at a fucking wall, okay? They make virtual reality porn. I'm not meditating. There's better stuff, okay? That is something. We are divided, I guess. This country, people don't agree. I call it over the country. People are always arguing about stuff. And I think the only way to get back on the same page, like the country, bring it back together, is for us to go back to England and finish what we started. Did you guys know we let them keep a king? No. Last time we were on the same page, we were fucking putting tea in the harbor and kicking bitches in the teeth, okay? Let's do that. Let's go over there. Do you know, first of all, that we don't even have the biggest rodeo in the world anymore? What? Yeah. Yes! Be ashamed of your country, America. The biggest rodeo in the world is in Canada. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Texas, don't secede. Go fuck up Alberta, okay? That makes me so mad. And then, you know what? Elections, when you're done, the loser is King George the 96th, okay? That's how it works now. We're taking over England, we're getting Alberta, then we're going to Japan, okay? Because they have an emperor. It's 2024. No more emperors, okay? This is not papyrus times. You don't get emperors. iPhones, emperors. Not at the same time, okay? I make a lot of jokes about being a big dude, and it's nice. Like I said, I get to just like walk into any room feeling comfortable. Do you know me being 6'4"? I got stuck in a urinal one time because my shoulders are so broad. Like I literally had to like pry out, right? So I look like I'm here to bounce the other bouncer any room I go into. It's fun, but like people also expect things out of me, like being this big, to like break up fights. Or I was kind of raised that way. An uncle always told me like you will have the ability to step in when things get bad. So you are kind of obligated to. I got the Spider-Man talk about having big shoulders. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, women will be in danger and you will have to stop it. I'm like, okay, Dad. Like, it's weird. Like, people expect me to be a bouncer. Any room, I could be wearing bright pink. Doesn't matter. I have seen other bouncers get disrespected so they can come to me and hand me their ID. I was on the road and I was at like a Marriott or something in Indiana. I don't even remember what it was. But I got up after a show at like 2. And I stepped outside to just get sun on my body. You know, I'm literally in Crocs, like cutoffs, and an anime t-shirt, right? And this woman comes up, it's not funny. I'm allowed to have my own look, okay? I'm comfortable in that. I'm outside in this goofy ass outfit, and this woman comes up to me and hands me her ID at the door. What am I bouncing right now? Continental breakfast is closed, bitch. I don't know what I was in a subway late at night, and it stopped between 2 stations, right? And these 2 guys started, like, fighting. And it wasn't cute. It wasn't, like, talking shit. They were on the ground, like, UFC, trying to get each other, you know? And I'm doing the New Yorker thing where I'm standing there, eyes forward, not my fucking problem. And there's this little abuelita, this little Mexican grandma next to me, just like... Giganto. Giganto. Giganto, are you gonna help them? I was like, first of all, get off my shorts. Second of all, no, I'm not gonna help them. I'm not Batman. I don't work for the MTA, okay? They can kill each other for all I care. I thought you were gonna ask for my number, honestly. Now this sucks. I like this work. I think it's cool. I think telling jokes, making people laugh is fun, but it's also kind of bullshit. You know what I mean? I only respect a couple of jobs. I only respect a few jobs. They're mostly public service jobs. You know, teacher, firefighter, medic, all that stuff. Like, I think that's pretty cool. I don't think I could do any of them. Like, I think firefighters, the first one was like, I would love that. It'd be cool to help people. Problem is, if I pull up, I can't just run in. I gotta ask some questions first. I mean, look, your kid knocks over a candle and your livelihood's in, like everything you care about's in there, I'm in. I'll risk my life for that. Sure. That sounds cool. But if you just don't know how to microwave popcorn, you don't get to have a house anymore. Back to the mobile home, try again, okay? Or like doctor or nurse, that seems like a cool job. Then you gotta realize you're like in people's like pee and poo and blood, and you aren't allowed to get hard, so you're gonna get fired. Like, I couldn't do that job. I'm saying, it's bullshit. I don't know if it hurts anybody, but I don't know. Teachers is an admirable job. We're losing them all the time. Do you know that every year more people are retiring? They're going to the private sector, so we don't have enough teachers anymore. Because they don't get paid enough. They also have just a bad work-life balance, all this stuff. I think I figured it out, though. I think about it a lot. I think if we want to, like, solve the teaching crisis in America, that we got to give them new benefits. No one's going to pay them. Government doesn't want to. I think every 10 years, teachers should get to fuck one of their students. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you guys were pro-teacher in this room. My bad. We're in Brooklyn. I figured you guys might be pro-teacher. No? I come with real solutions. You guys get weird. It's a joke. You guys know it's a joke. Film a comedy special. I don't think teachers should be allowed to fuck their kids. I think they should have to. Yeah. Think about that. Think about how much better attention you'd have paid if your least favorite teacher hadn't fucked somebody in 9 years. For me, sophomore year geometry, Mrs. Barron's. If it was her last year, I'd have been the best goddamn student you ever saw. I'd have been selling out my best friends. Like, will you fuck Jake, please? He's been passing notes and talking shit. Do it. Like, don't. Just let me get out of here. You guys got weird on that. That's crazy. I'm sorry. I thought we were like good people here. That's fine. I hear your question. It's a fair question in your head. It's a good question. It's fine. What about the special ed teachers? Good question. Guys, if we're going to implement policy, we got to know all the outcomes, okay? I think they should get to fuck 2 of theirs or 1 regular one. I'm sorry, is the exchange rate better now? I don't follow the markets like that. I'm sorry, okay? I mean, I guess we could pay them more, you communists, if that's your solution to the teaching crisis. Oh, no. Fuck you, dude. That was bad. That was very not graceful. Did you see that? I went, I'm gonna put that up. No, I'm fat. I'm gonna go again. Take a breath. Okay. Oh, God, we made it. All right, so I'm an only child, okay? My dad passed away when I was 8, and I'm an only child, which means I'm very, very close to my mom. We talk every day. I don't know the last thing I said to my dad, so I know the last thing I will ever say to my mom is I love you. That's because every text I send now, every phone call, every voicemail, every sick note when I was a kid, when I was in college, when we sent emails to each other, it was always I love you, and she'd always say it back, which sounds really nice. Until I can't get her off the phone. So the only thing I can do is say I love you less and less truthfully. Like, and it can be a good call, it can be a bad call. It can be a nice, catching up call. It can also be, oh my God, dude, the other day she called me. And the first thing she said, no hello, no how are you, not do you have time. First thing my mom says is, Max, I had a bad dream about you. Mom, you gotta get a boyfriend. You're 65, that's no longer my problem. Like, I would rather she called me and goes, Max, I got the best dick of my life last night. At least then I might get, like, money at Christmas, okay? I don't need to hear about the bad story your brain made up about your baby boy. Grow up, Mom. I actually don't even believe dreams are real, if I'm being honest. I don't know the last time I had a dream. I am like a lamp that is unplugged when I go to bed. I just sit there, motionless, waiting, okay? I don't believe dreams are real. Oh, my brain has to tell me a story. Oh, I don't sleep good. Grow up. You're a baby. That sounds like baby shit. Obviously, I don't say that to her. I say, okay, tell me about it. But I don't even know. We were talking the other day. And it's like, anytime I get on the phone with her, doesn't matter if it's been an hour or 5 minutes. It's always, all right, Mama, I'll talk to you later. I love you. All right, bye. Love you. Yep. Yeah, cool. Well, say hi to her. I'm glad you. Yeah, great. Love you. All right, bye. Love you. No, yeah, I saw that, Mom. No, yeah, no, I'm actually only on Facebook because you keep sending me shit there. Yeah, I saw it. Okay, great. Well, that's great. Okay, have a nice day. I get on the bus. I love you. Okay, love you. What? No, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I love you! Ah! Just like... I think she does it on purpose. I think she's on the other side fucking giggling when she hangs up. But I am close to my family and I like that, you know? I just officiated my cousin's wedding like 2 years ago, which I thought was very, I did officiate my cousin's wedding. It's a big deal to me because before that I had ushered in 6 weddings in my family. Dude, being the usher in the wedding just means I love you enough to make you work for me for free. We love you, please rent some stuff, but you're not gonna be any of the good pictures, right? And like I said, I just officiated a wedding and I liked that. It was way better than being an usher. First of all, people are like, is this stressful? I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm only officiating so I don't give a toast. Because, like, I'm sitting at this reception like, I would fucking bury your dad's story. This shit sucks, dude. I do this professionally. Like, I'm fucking warm up. I would bury this, dude. And it's way better than ushering. Ushering is the worst shit in the world, dude. Because you don't think about this, you got to seat everybody. Who does that mean you got to seat? The grandparents. And if you're doing ushering right, you're a little drunk. So, dude, one of my cousin's wedding, I had to walk my own 92-year-old grandma down the aisle. And she's shaking like a chihuahua in wintertime. Walking like this. I'm like, you normally use a walker, right? She's like, I trust you. I'm like, you shouldn't. That's horrible. So the whole time we're walking, it's just like, all I can think is, if you fall, she dies. If you fall, she dies. She's dead. And if you fall on her, that's a cremation. Just baby powder. That's all that's left of her mother. One of my best friends just had his first daughter. She's like 3 months old. She's the cutest thing in the world. I got to meet her when she's 3 days old. I hope I have kids one day. But I'm tired of hearing about it. Is that? Happy for you, but shut the fuck up a little bit. Like, applause on that. That's great. Someone hates their niece or nephew. I don't know. Here's the thing. He likes to tell me his parenting like philosophy or motto or whatever. Like he wants to tell me what he's gonna do, and I'm like, I got nothing to help you with, dude. Like look at me. What am I gonna? I'm gonna eat your baby. Like I don't know. He likes to tell me this. He's like, yeah, we're never gonna lie to our daughter. Never gonna lie to her. And if you are a parent here, you know how stupid that is. You're never gonna lie? Dude, that seems like the best part about having kids, actually. They're little idiots. You get to be God for 6 years. That's just make stuff up. He's like, no, we're not gonna lie. We're not gonna talk about the stork or Santa. None of it. I go, okay, so when your son comes home with questions because he goes to public school, and he comes back and goes, Dad, what's anal? You're just gonna lay it on the line? Not gonna lie. You're gonna be like, you know what, buddy? It's actually hard to explain. Let me show you. Like, no. You're gonna lie is my point. You're not gonna just say that. And dude, like I said, that's what I want kids for, is to be able to lie to them. Like, I think I'll be a decent dad, probably not the best, probably okay. And like, that's my mom's laugh. That hurts. That seems like the best part to me, is lying to your kids. I will tell the truth, but only to a point. Do you know what I mean? Like, when they hit that why phase, dude, you're getting 2 whys, then I'm lying. Like, that's how it works. You know, whatever it is, we get to the point where my kid goes, yeah, but why are my eyebrows bushy? I don't know, dude. It's because you're trans. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Like, I couldn't tell you to save my life. Ask your mom. Ask your mom. Stop asking me stuff. I'll give the truth. I'll be a good dad for parts of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, if a kid comes home or can't fall asleep, you know, Dad, I'm scared. A kid at school showed me that you swallow 8 spiders a year when you go to bed. I don't want to go to bed. I'm scared. I don't want to swallow any spiders. But buddy, you're 7 years old. You've already swallowed 56 spiders. You're fine. You're fine. Go to bed. And if the truth doesn't work, I'll find a lie that does, okay? Like, dude, don't freak out, okay? Yes, spider in your mouth. But here's the thing, they actually don't like going in your mouth. In reality, they only go to your mouth when they can't get what they really want, which is to go in your butthole. So, good night, I love you. That way I set a trap for all the other parents at my kids' schools, okay? I get to find out who the fun parents are if I do that. Because you know, a 7-year-old's gonna go to class and have that 1,000-yard stare, right, at recess, just like, guys, I have something to tell you. Yeah, the spiders? No, not your mouth. Butthole. No, I'm not making it up, Steve. No, my dad told me, Steve. Oh, you think he lied? No, that's what the lines on your butthole are. Spider legs. Then I get to know who's fun, okay? What parent rolls with that to see how old they get? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to be a great parent. I know that because my kids are not playing sports. My mom went to enough practices and games when I was a kid. I'm not doing that. Also, no theater. No, you're not doing it. I don't like watching adults not know their lines. I'm not doing it for 7-year-olds, okay? We'll get you a guitar, a piano, and a room to be sad in, okay? Go get famous. Pay for my retirement. I will let my kids do cross country. I will say that. I don't know if you know. If you don't know what that sport is, they get a bunch of weirdos on the edge of the woods and go, get out of here. Go! I'd let them do that, yeah. I would. I would definitely let my kids do that. Because also, do you know what the parents do during cross country? Get hammered. I went to a marathon with a buddy of mine because his hot-ass mom was running in it. And she, like, took off. And I go, what do we do now? He goes, what do you mean what do we do now? I brought a 6-pack of Miller Lite. What'd you bring? I was like, a lifelong commitment to cross-country running. That's what I brought. The thing is, I know that being a parent has to be really hard. I get that. I'm not, like, trying to make light of that part. I saw what I think was the most difficult parenting situation I've ever seen in my life recently, which is I was in Manhattan, right in Midtown, and this dad on crutches was by himself with, like, a 9-year-old son and a 6-year-old daughter, which is terrifying. Get those things on a leash. Like, that's... You're on crutches and you have free-range kids, you're a bad dad. But he's got these 2 kids, and he looks up at me and, like, snaps to attention and goes, hold your sister's hand. Bro, did you just call me a creep to your kid? I've never wanted to take someone's kids before, but now... Are you saying those are particularly good kids? Should I want your kids right now, dude? Also, if I want your kids, your 8-year-old's not gonna stop me. You just gave me a 2-for-1 special, dude. You gotta grab the one hand now. What pedophile? What pedophile goes, ugh, there's 2 of them? Gross. I've never wanted to take somebody's kid before. I want to make that very clear. I've never, ever. He kind of made me want to take his kid, though. All right, thank you guys very much for coming out tonight. You've been so great. Thank you so much for watching my first ever stand-up special. I really appreciate you giving it a chance and watching independent comedy. I made this by myself. I don't have a team of editors or a manager or a booker or whatever. I paid for this by working overnight shifts and working doubles. So it means a lot that you watched this. I put a lot into it, a lot of myself. Obviously, I would really appreciate you telling your friends you liked it, sending it to them, all that stuff, liking it, following me wherever you spend your time. I'm putting comedy out on all the different social medias. But something you can do that would be huge and that people don't think about is go to my website and sign up for my mailing list. It's maxcarney.com. And if you go over there, I will only email you when I'm on tour so I can get you to come to some of my live shows. Or if I put out another special or something big like that, I'm not going to be emailing you every week. I don't have that much to say. But I do have to say, like, thank you for real for watching this. Even if you only watched part of it and skipped to the end because you heard there was a cheesy post-credit scene, whatever. Thanks so much. I'm excited to put this out and see what happens next. So have a good day or night or whatever time it is when you're watching it. Thanks.